Good morning, everyone. This is Judith A. Hope. You're listening to Mad Love. Let's get into it. So, this weekend, it was reported that Lindsey Graham died suddenly, 71. The other thing that I don't know that all the outlets are reporting is he had just been to Ukraine visiting a drone factory. So I don't know what that means, but apparently upon returning to the United States, he got sick and died. I don't know if he was, I don't know, but I think that's very interesting. Um, he was quite an interesting person. I'm not a Republican. I wasn't a big fan of Lindsey Graham. I know that he is one of those closeted gay Republicans that people tend to think of as, I don't know, extra manipulative in some sort of way. I mean, I'm not judging him. I don't know him. I didn't know him. Um, but, it's that hypocrisy, where the people are just like, you can't be this, you can't do that, you can't do any of this stuff because you're gay. And then they're like, gay. So I don't know. I don't know what his legacy will be in the real world. I know a lot of Republicans really looked up to him, but this is a very interesting time. So they quickly report Lindsey Graham's death. People are still trying to find out if Mitch McConnell is on the planet. So I don't know what's going on there. I think it's because he's from Kentucky, and I don't think they want Thomas Massey anywhere near that seat. But I don't know. I think it would be great if he got it. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. But that's something that I read, I want to say Saturday night. And I was like, what? Kind of a shocker. Now, the one thing that's on my mind that even I dreamed about, this is how much it's bothering me. So keep it in perspective. I'm not a huge Beyonce fan. Of course, over her, 30-year career, there are several songs that she's put out that I liked. But no one would call me a Beehive person. But I do like a lot of her songs. And so this whole thing with Jay Z, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's just trying to get some positive publicity or what it is. But all of a sudden, Jay Z's out and about everywhere. And, I think he's been feeling some kind of way. And Jay Z's almost 60 years old. So it was his wife that extended his career for several more years than most rappers. And what I am grappling with, so Beyonce is like one of two mega stars in music right now that are female. It's Beyonce or Taylor Swift. That's all the kids have to choose from, and that's, who they like or whatever. And Beyonce's still touring and making records, and in a lot of ways her career dwarfs Jay-Z's, right? In my opinion. So I don't know, I just feel some kind of way. There's some video out where he's getting those braids taken out of his hair. Thank God. And we're supposed to believe that Beyonce is helping with that process because she's got a comb in some of her conditioner or whatever, and she's, working in his hair. And then before his concert on Saturday, we're supposed to believe that they're sitting alone in the stadium and Beyonce is cutting his hair. And I'm like, so you're the queen, right? You're the queen of whatever music is out here right now. And you're a busy mom of three, but you have time to groom Jay Z. And I think that is such a horrible message. And is she a hairdresser? It'd be different if she was known the world over for doing hair. But I feel like we're just in this season where people just want everybody to know their place. And I get that they're married, but she hasn't given an interview in I don't know how long. She doesn't talk. She puts out these records. There's no promo. You don't know what's going on with her at all. You might get a glimpse with a few of these little videos that they put out that are carefully orchestrated. You don't even see them in paparazzi pictures. Every time you see her, she's just this mannequin on his arm. And I don't know. I feel like it's a bit of an insult to think like this woman is dominating charts and she is, you know, basically the only R&B person out there representing women, but she has time to groom her man, which feels very pimp-like to me. Like I didn't understand when they were on tour a couple years ago. Why is Jay Z in St. Louis on like a Tuesday night? I mean, don't y'all have anything else to do? It's so controlling. So I don't know what to make of them as a couple. I don't know what to make of him with this. I don't know, kind of resurrection tour. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that really bothered me because I just feel like she's accomplished a lot. Her career, like I said, is almost unrivaled, especially by his. And it's like, man, and here you are just cutting his hair. I don't know. I don't get it. There's so much I don't get, but I really was kind of offended for her. And as a woman, I was thinking, man, way to keep you in your place. Way to make you not feel like, you're super accomplished. He's decided he's got to make a comeback. So now you get to cut his hair for it and comb his hair for him. Cut up his meat. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. But, her career has been pretty impressive. And I don't know. I don't get the sense. I get the sense that he's around a lot. I don't get the sense that he cares for her like that. But that's just me. I could be dead ass wrong. I don't know these people. I just am confused. And like I said, I just feel like we're in this era where everybody feels like they just gotta let you know what your place is. And like I said, with these slavery movies, these period pieces, they don't want black people to feel like they're a part of the future. Because why do that when you were a slave? It's like as soon as you start feeling good, here comes another slave movie or a period piece. It's like, but I'm still alive. Where are the contemporary stories? You can do that on TV, but you can't do it in the movies anymore. It's very strange. The Nolan Wells story is still continuing to be a thing. My whole thing is, I don't want anybody to be mistaken. I think it's a tragedy. I think it's horrible. I just don't want it to devolve into some sort of race baiting thing, especially with the elections coming up. They always seem to find a way to inflame certain tensions to keep you mad about something. Of course it's horrible. My whole thing is be mad about all the murders, which I get that's going to be inflammatory, but I'm serious. Like if you were to go really look at your city's murder rate on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and I don't mean the news because a lot of these murders don't even make the news anymore. That's how bad it is. You would be super alarmed and be concerned. And a lot of people have shitty friends. I don't know what these boys were up to, but apparently they weren't good humans. And I don't believe race really comes into crime as much as people think it does. If you were to go work in that field, you would see like there's just some depravity. There's just people out here who are not good people. And what's becoming disturbing is they've decided a way to figure out how to make not good people excited about not being good. It used to be you were ashamed to go to prison. You used to be ashamed to not be good at school. You used to be embarrassed to not know how to do anything. And now these people are just super proud of it. And it's been the biggest psyop ever. I'm pretty sure that's CIA dark government-based behavior because how else do you control people? How else do you make people who are supposed to be thugs and dangerous wear dresses and carry purses? It's got to be a psyop. A lot of these thug guys have purses, but it's okay because it's a gun in a purse. Okay. Anyway, I know tinfoil hat territory. I don't mean to go there, but a lot of it does make you ask good, solid questions. Like, how did we get here? And one thing I noticed immediately once I got my job in the prosecutor's office was this music tunes people up. It's a lot like They Clone Tyrone. If you haven't watched They Clone Tyrone, I think you should. It's very good. And one of the things that I noticed is they almost all are listening to a certain type of music. They drive around all day listening to this music, smoking weed. They get into altered states, and then they go and hunt people down. A lot of murders took place either after recording some of this music themselves, or listening to it themselves, or making music videos of it themselves. And it's scary. Nobody put in Earth, Wind, and Fire to go murder somebody. You know what I mean? Like, the spiritual vibration has been lowered, and most of us don't even realize it. Because I'm telling you, it's hard to put on music from the 70s and 80s and be mad. It doesn't make you want to hurt anybody. It makes you want to dance or sing or call somebody you love and be like, what's up? WYD. So, I don't know. We are living in interesting times. I'll be really curious to see how this Mitch McConnell thing plays out. Several people keep pretending like they've talked to him. I just don't believe it. Even the governor of the state has asked for proof of life. This is wild. All right. I hope you have an amazing Monday, July the 13th. Go be epic. Do great things. Bye.